All right, so today we're doing a deep dive into Serbia. We've got this guide that's positioning the country as a critical gateway to Europe for migrants.
It is, yeah. And it's a really fascinating strategy when you look at it.
So our mission today is pretty simple.
Mhm.
We need to unpack that strategy and figure out what the reality is on the ground.
And the key thing to understand right from the start is Serbia's unique position. They're a candidate country for the EU, so they're moving in that direction.
But they're not in yet.
Exactly. They are absolutely not in the EU or the Schengen area. And that creates this strange middle ground where entry rules are easier, but the labor vacuum is huge.
Okay, so let's look at the two main pathways they're promoting, work and study. We need to figure out what the actual value is here. Let's start with the work pathway.
Well, the demand for workers from outside the EU is, it's urgent. You have a lot of Serbians migrating west for higher paying jobs.
Which leaves a gap.
A massive gap.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the government is pouring money into these huge infrastructure projects like XPO 2027 and the new Belgrade Metro.
And what's really surprising in this guide is the kind of jobs they're desperate for. It's not, a bunch of software developers.
No, not at all. We're talking about very specific blue-collar roles, things like bricklayers and steel fixers for construction, and a huge demand for long-haul heavy truck drivers.
Okay, so what does the money look like for those roles?
It's actually pretty decent, especially for the drivers. A long-haul driver can make, say, between 1,000 and 1,800 euros net per month.
And for construction?
That's a bit lower, more like 600 to 750 euros net.
Wait a minute. The guide mentions significant savings potential on a salary that low. How is that even possible?
I know, it sounds crazy, right? But the hook is that employers will often provide free accommodation and at least one meal a day.
Ah, okay.
If you get that package, you could potentially put away 400 or 500 euros a month.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off, for sure. You're trading a Spartan lifestyle for that European experience.
So assuming the money works for you, there's got to be a bureaucratic hurdle.
Of course. It's called the labor market test. Before an employer can hire you, they have to prove to the National Employment Service that no Serbian citizen is available to do that job.
So the government has to officially sign off on the labor shortage for your specific role.
Precisely. They validate the need before you even apply for a visa.
All right, let's switch over to the student pathway. On the surface, it looks pretty good. The degrees are recognized across Europe, which is great.
Right, they're part of the Bologna process. And the costs are, well, they're extremely low. We're talking 1,500 to 3,000 euros a year for an engineering degree at the University of Belgrade.
Which is a good school.
A very good school. But there's a huge catch.
The language.
The language barrier. Almost all the undergraduate programs are taught in Serbian. So unless you're aiming for a niche program like medicine or IT that's taught in English, you have to do a one-year prep course just to learn the language.
There is a hack, though. The World in Serbia scholarship.
Yes. If you can get that, you are set. It's incredibly competitive, but it covers everything. Free tuition, free housing, even a small monthly stipend.
But for most people who are self-funded, what's the financial reality? Can you work part-time to cover costs?
You can, but it's tough. The pay is low, maybe 3 to 4.5 euros an hour. You'd be lucky to make 300 or 400 euros a month.
That barely covers your survival costs of 500 or 600 euros.
Exactly, and it absolutely cannot cover your tuition fees. So the message is clear. You either need that scholarship or you need to come with your own funding.
Okay, so that brings us to the big question. You work for 2 years, or you get your degree. Can you then take your Serbian residence permit and go get a job in Germany? Is it a true gateway?
The short answer is no. Absolutely no direct access. A Serbian permit gives you no rights to work in the Schengen area. But it's a strategic move. What you're doing is building a verified track record in Europe. 2 years of pay stubs, tax history, and certifications.
So it's documented European experience.
That's the term. And recruiters in nearby EU countries like Croatia or Hungary see that as a kind of proxy. It makes you a much easier and safer hire for them.
So to wrap this up for you, our listener, Serbia looks like an excellent starting point, especially for skilled blue-collar workers, but only if you get that free accommodation package. For students, it's a bit more cautious unless you can land that government scholarship.
And I'll leave you with one final thought. Just think about the hidden barriers. Even with this easier pathway, if you're an applicant from, say, Bangladesh, you can't apply from home. You are required to travel to the Serbian embassy in New Delhi, India, just to submit your initial application. Think about that extra cost and logistical friction and how that filters the applicant pool before anyone even looks at a resume.